Hi guys, thought we'd look at another Ben Harper one today. Don't Let Me Disappear, off his relatively new album now. It's a nice little finger picking tune. There's not a huge amount going on with chords, but there's a lot going on with the little fiddly bits. So we'll go through a playthrough, check it out and get into it. Okay, so for the verse we've got two main patterns. We'll break them down bar by bar with the two sets of chords. So we're going to start on this G, but we're going to play it with our little finger playing the 3rd fret of the B and our ring finger playing the 3rd fret of the bass. Okay, the first bar we're going to pick the bass string with our thumb on the right hand. Then we're going to pick the D and the G together, index finger. Then we're going to pick the bass again. Then we're going to bring our middle finger, or first finger if you like, to the 2nd fret of the G. Pick that with your index finger, and then pick the D string with your thumb. That's the first bar. The thumb keeps the time. It's 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, the second half of that bar, all these tabs are on my Patreon page, guys, if you want to follow along. We're going to pick the thumb and the middle finger together in the right hand, so the B string and the E string. Then the index finger on the G, thumb on the D. Then back to the B string, middle finger. Back to the bass, G, D to finish. One and 2 and 3 and 4. So if we put those two bars together, once more. Then we come to an E minor chord. Our little finger is going to stay where it was, on the 3rd fret of the B. Middle finger is going to come to the 2nd fret of the D string. Sorry, lost my brain. Or you can play first finger on that string, because we're also going to come into that 2nd fret of the G. So the fingering that way around is personal choice. So we're going to play the same rhythm. And again, we're going to play the 2nd fret of that G when we get to this, 4th note. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, and 4, and this is the slight change, sorry. We're going to play, that's the same, pick, index, thumb is the same, then we add in the B string, middle finger, so it's 4 and. 1, 2, 3, and 4 and. Okay? And then to finish off, we just play thumbs. We go bass string, D string, bass string, D string. 1, 2, 3, 4. So all together that line. Okay, that's the intro and the majority of the verse. In the verse he plays that twice, and then we come into this bit, which is C. It's going to be exactly the same line. We go major chord, we take a C, add 9. Little finger's going to stay where it was before. Ring finger now comes to the 3rd fret of the A. Middle finger is on the 2nd fret of the D. And then the first finger is going to come back in and play that note, 2nd fret of the G. So we're going to do the same rhythm. Bass, D and G together. Sorry, when I say bass, A string now because we're playing the C. A string again. So that index finger comes down for that note. Same as we had on the G, second half. Then we come to an A minor chord, so just take your ring finger off. Same rhythm, we have that added note at the end of the 4. And then we finish by doing 1, 2, 3, 4, but picking out the A string. So from the C, and then we're back to the G. So for the bridge, we've got a slightly different picking pattern. We're going to start on a C chord, just a normal C. We're going to pick the A string, then the D string with our thumb. 1, 2. Then we're going to pick the middle, with our middle finger we're going to pick the B string. Come back to the A string, then G, D. 1, 2, and 3, and 4. Same pattern on the E minor, but we're going to pick the bass rather than the A string. Okay, so those two together. And then we have a very similar pattern on the D. We're going to play a D sus2, so a D chord with your middle finger off, but we just need to move it all up a little bit. So you can either pick with using your ring finger, or you can just move your whole hand down, which is what Ben Harper does. And we're going to play the D string, then the G string, then we're going to pick the E string, which will be open, and then it's back to the D, B, G. So it's the same pattern, just higher up. And then he finishes the first time round by going middle, index, thumb, E, B, G twice. On that second open E, there's just a little pause. Okay, so that bar of D. So from the C, then it stays kind of similar to that. We just have this A minor where there's a little change up, where we're going to play the same start. We've got an A minor chord. We're going to go A string, D string. We're going to pick the B and we're going to do a pull off with our first finger. Then it's G, then D. So the pull off kind of replaces going back to the bass. E minor is the same. Then on the D sus2 this time we just do the finger picking pattern twice. Next one we come back to the A minor, same thing. E minor, same. Then the D sus2 is like we did the first time. Last line, A minor is the same. E minor is the same. D's gonna be like it was where we do the rhythm twice. And then to come back into the verse, he does that rhythm once more. And then we have the high bit where we're coming down E, B, G. So I'll just play through that last line nice and slow. Okay guys, hope you enjoyed that lesson. I've got plenty more Ben Harper lessons here on the channel that you can check out in these playlists, and I'll see you around very soon.